On a quiet summer afternoon in Franklin, Indiana, a young woman and a 10-year-old boy were brutally murdered inside their own home. No screams reported, no suspect arrested, and nearly over 20 years later, no answers. This is the unsolved case of Chynna Lynn Dickus and Blake Michael Dickus. Chynna Dickus was just 26 years old. Friends described her as kind, faith-driven, and deeply devoted to her family. She had recently returned from a mission trip to El Salvador with her husband, Sean. Blake Dickus was 10. He loved movies, sports, and spending time with his dad. That week, he was staying with his father and stepmother before returning to his biological mother. By all accounts, the household was calm, normal, loving. No known enemies, no public conflicts, no warning signs. Monday, July 24th, 2006. Sean Dickus followed his normal routine. He went home for lunch around midday, spending time with Chynna and Blake before returning to work. This is the last confirmed time anyone saw them alive. Later that afternoon, Chynna was expected to drop Blake off for plans with his family, but she never arrived. Phone calls went unanswered. Concern quickly turned into fear. When Sean returned home around 5:15 p.m., he walked into a nightmare. Inside the home, Chynna and Blake were dead. Both had suffered multiple stab wounds. Blake had also been beaten and asphyxiated. The violence was extreme, far beyond what most burglaries or spontaneous crimes involved. A blood-stained 2x4 piece of wood was found and believed to be used as a weapon. Despite the brutality, no clear motive was immediately obvious. As in many cases, investigators looked first at the person closest to the victims. Sean Dickus was questioned extensively. He took a polygraph. His work schedule and movements were verified. Police publicly stated he was cleared as a suspect. And with that, the investigation hit its first major wall. As detectives dug deeper, a disturbing pattern emerged. In the weeks leading up to the murders, a string of daytime burglaries plagued the same neighborhood, some just houses away. These burglaries were strange. Windows weren't smashed. Instead, screens were cut in a distinctive T shape. Valuables were often left behind. Refrigerators were opened. One burglary occurred the same day as the murders. Police believe solving those burglaries may be the key to solving this case. but they've never confirmed whether the Dickus home showed the same signs of forced entry. Despite years of investigation, critical details remain undisclosed or unknown. Was DNA recovered? Was there forced entry? Did the killer know the victims? Or was this a chance encounter? Why such extreme violence? Police have never released enough information to answer these questions. And without them, speculation fills the silence. There are only a few theories, and none confirmed. One is a burglary gone horribly wrong. A second is a violent intruder who never intended to steal. And third, someone familiar with the family's routine. But police have no suspects named. Everything beyond that is speculation. And speculation does not equal justice. Nearly 2 decades later, the murders of Chynna and Blake Dickus remain unsolved. Investigators say the case is not cold. Evidence has been retested. Tips still come in. A reward remains for the information leading to an arrest and conviction. Someone knows what happened in that house, and someday that silence may break. Chynna and Blake were more than a case file. They were a wife, a stepmother, a child, and a family shattered by unanswered violence. If you have any information, contact authorities. And if cases like this matter to you, share their story, because sometimes awareness is the last thing keeping a case alive.